Wyatt, you want to do this one? I know you love this spiel.
Yeah. Hi. So, in character versus out of character, which means if you are in county, you are in county as your character. Which means, for example, if I am on as Clyde, my criminal, and I see Victoria, I can't just go to her, hey babe, how's it going? Love you. Because Clyde, I don't think, has ever actually properly met her. Similarly, out of character means everything in real life does not exist in county as your character. So if Rickard and I had some kind of beef for whatever reason, I can't just come into county and be like, okay, well, I'm going to make Rickard's life fucking hell because I hate him and he pissed me off because he didn't say happy birthday on my birthday or something like that. You know, like Wyatt doesn't know that. Wyatt has no reason to be pissed off at Rickard, so I can't go in and just take all my anger out on Rickard because, you know, of whatever my issue with him is. It doesn't work that way. So keep in character, out of character, out of character. And that means if something happens in character, if I'm going to pick on Rickard still. If Rickard and I piss each other off in character, that's between Wyatt and Rickard. It is not between Clown and Bobby. Like, that's it. So keep in character things in character, keep out of character things out of character, and may the two worlds never mesh. Because when it does, it causes a problem, as everybody on this staff team and a significant portion of people who are not on staff can attest to. It just don't do it.
Yeah, 100%. That said, yeah, if there's conflict and stuff going on in game, that's where it is. Is it's all in game, it's all in character. You know, if you ever have that feeling that I don't know, maybe this is going a little far, and you want to touch base out of character, go ahead and do it. If you feel kind of uncomfortable doing that, you want the staff team to moderate it and step in and play the middleman, we can do that too. There's no problem there at all.
Yeah, 100%. Scarlett and I have been very open about this. When I first met Scarlett, I thought she hated me. So I reached out to her. I was like, hey, I just want to make sure, are you and I cool? Like, and she's like, yeah, no, we're great. You know, it's just, this is what Scarlett's like. I was like, cool.
Scarlett's
I got
just
you.
that. It's fine.
Yeah. So, like, 100%, if you feel like maybe something's a little off, feel free to reach out to that person or come to staff and say, hey, something feels odd here. Can you guys help me, figure this out? Can we kind of work something out here together? And Otis, that's exactly, that's a perfect point. Clyde and Otis hate each other. Wyatt and Otis love each other. We're, everything's cool. So that's a huge, huge thing for me especially, but I know for all staff is the IC versus OOC. That's huge for us.
Yeah. So the other two big kind of categories of rules that we just want to point out to everyone to make sure that is reminded and is known is obviously Discord calls and out of character calls. We don't want that going on in character and in RP. Plan out your guys's, get in, sit around table, plan out the plans. Whether you're law, whether you're criminals, whether you're the farmer who's going out for the day. Get in character, plan out your plans with people. Hey, it's okay to, hey, when you guys getting in, let's all get in around the same time so that we know when we're getting in. But don't be sitting in a call relaying info during a robbery or whatever. We don't want things like that. On top of criminal rules is a big thing to know. As there's a lot of criminals coming around, a big thing to keep in mind and know is the rules with robbing and killing players. The difference between being able to rob them versus if you kill them, you can't rob them too. You got to make that play the smarter RP decision and rob them versus just killing somebody and taking stuff from them when they can't help it. Obviously, that changes when you get into things like gang wars and you have an actual official gang war between people. There are gang war rules there too. So if you're confused about anything, have a look through. Just make sure you know what's going on. one thing we're going to touch quickly on that's even in the rules too is legacy. And this kind of touches on like how legacy was made and why it was made. Legacy was made as a safe place for everybody. It's a very big, we want everybody to be able to come play. We want everybody to feel welcome. We want everybody to have fun. So if there's ever times where you guys don't feel comfortable with RP that's happening to you, you're being harassed for lack of a better term, or even best described term, um, bring that forward. Talk to the team. We will not stand for it. We will, we'll do our investigations. We'll take the reports. We'll do bans. Whatever needs to happen in order to make sure that everybody's able to keep having fun here and feel that they can get in and not have to worry about, oh, I can't be in. I feel like I need protection. Like, we don't want people feeling like that. So no matter who it is, what it is, why it is, reach out to the staff, either in a ticket or if you're really worried about a certain staff member seeing, reach out independently. But I will let you know right now, every single one of these staff members are here because they believe in the same goal for the server. But off from that, we then go into kind of some more fun and lighthearted stuff. Let's get off of all the heavy stuff. Touch base on the new server story. So for anybody who doesn't know, the server story currently going on is the Irish and Italian mobs. The Irish were here, the Italians were here, they were setting up their business connections, they were getting things going, and then they got into this fight with the Irish. They're feuding back and forth for the territory. But now we have another wrench to all of that. So we've seen this third party group come in, where we won't give anything away with their plans, or the plans that we want with them, but we have very high hopes for how they're gonna kind of pursue this and the connections that are going to be made through RP. The French actually is so that's another third, like fourth party, the original third party connection before this group, I guess. We wanted to have kind of a French swamp people as like an alternate party. They were kind of the bayou people living out in the swamp. No, no. But yeah, so it'll be fun to see where the RP goes with all that. So if you're interested in the server storyline at all, it's kind of just a way to, if you're into more of the gang kind of criminal PvP aspect, there'll definitely be more conflict to it. There are still business connections and having to work things out and having to make sure you have the right connection to get certain things. So that's something we definitely want to stress is to everybody is make sure you know who you're talking to and the connection you're making before you may end up doing anything to that connection. And that goes to like characters the staff play, but also a lot of characters that people in the community play. You'd be surprised some of the people who can give you info, or get you other things. So just keep that in mind when you do your RPO. aka never fuck with Victoria. Don't fuck with where the money comes from, okay? But yes, that's the storyline for the kind of Irish and Italian mobs down there. There'll be different things that are already introduced and others that are coming. We've already brought in a brothel script that there is a brothel out there running already. You can go find and
Looking for that bitch. I need some hoes. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
You will never see Wyatt at the brothel. I'm just gonna say that right now. That'll never happen.
If you can't find Tom at the bank, I'll tell you where to find him.
So, sorry, Charlie. Love you.
So with the brothel, go spend a little bit of money, have a fun time, come out feeling a little bit better afterwards. You got
After 2 minutes.
a meeting place. You got meeting places. You have some connections that'll go through different gangs there. You have we have multiple different drugs. So there's currently me and Rick were just looking at it. We're looking at about 5 moonshines that are already in game. There's two more coming very soon, and one more planned right after that. Not right after that, but a little bit after. There is already, for those who don't know, heroin, opium, and morphine in game that you can use and get high on.
Oh yeah, and swamp weed. That's
Yeah,
the legal
swamp
one.
weed with a legal amount to that. There are more strains of weed coming. There is cocaine coming. There
They said
are
you had to go to Canada.
shrooms coming. So there'll be a few different drugs across the board that you can use. There's peyote on the native side already. There's peyote for doing spirit journeys and making drugs on the native side there. So there is a bunch of different drugs with more to come, and tons of other criminal aspects such as robberies, both stores and societies, bank robberies are also in, and you can start looking for the connection to get to those. There is train robberies coming. So there are a lot of criminal aspects at play that you can get out and do, as well as interacting with players. So keep that in mind. You have things you can do with locals, and you have things that you have to do with players. You will only find a connection to start it through a player. After your initial start, you are able to just go. So more drugs are coming for both medicinal and recreational use. Yes,
real
like
quick, can I just put in real quick? Not all these characters, by the way, that you need to make connections with are staff. There are actually a bunch of player characters that
100%.
you can make those connections to. With,
yeah,
not just
yeah,
us.
that's what I was saying.
So real quick, we do have somebody recording, don't we?
Yes, I've been
I'm
recording.
not sure, and if not, we'll have notes. Okay.
Okay.
So yes, more drugs are coming for both medicinal and recreational. Swamp weed is legal in recreational use up to a certain amount. All the other drugs right now are legal with licenses given to you by doctors for prescriptions. And there's a whole aspect of RP to that. Yeah, exactly. Find out in RP. Look at the laws, see what you got. You'll find out what you can and can't do if you ask around. From there, sorry, hopping back down here. Brief search. Okay, so from there we're going to start the showcase of some stuff, so you guys can see some cool things here and there. One of those being Legacy RPG. Did the stream start? Stream did start. It just doesn't give me notifications for you guys. So the first thing we want to show off to you is the new store. So all of our stuff that is on Patreon and PayPal is going to be going over to Quebex to further go in line with all of CFX's new policies. So we gave a brief description about the server. We've given off some featured packages. Recent payments you'll be showcased on the page. We have top customers for the year and the month will end up getting showed off. Translations for different languages for anybody who has them, and if you need any other translations, bring them forward because we have all of them.
We can
And
get what you
then-
need.
Yeah, all of the perks are in here so far. This is all of the in server stuff. Such as I put them in the chat earlier. There one just said it was asking about it, but you get some extra slots to your what do you call it? Safety deposit spots in the bank. You get a starter horse. You get an in-game gun customization. A few different things like that. And you help support out the community more than anything. It goes to getting scripts, advertising, paying for maintenance and server fees,
You
getting
get our
more player
ungratitude.
slots.
You get our undying gratitude.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing is it's not pay to win. I will mention I was talking with Billy earlier about a few little possibilities we might look into in the future about like kind of not daily rewards, but like a reward system for reoccurring players to encourage people to get in more. But anything we ever put forward will not be a pay to win. It won't be anything that you can't A, get yourself, B, go and just buy in game. Anything that you can get on one side, you'll be able to get on the other side. We just provide you a little boost to getting it. And that's just our way of being able to show back to you. But we're also looking at, we're going to start trying to boost our server. So with what we have here, if you guys do ever want to help out the server, but you don't want to hop onto Tebex and do a donation there or whatever, another big thing would be server boosts. This actually gets us showcased on this front page out here. We're going to start using some of the funds that you guys give us to end up getting onto this front page so that it's easier to be seen. It may be that we get up here for a few days. It may be that we go and do a splurge showcase for an hour to 3 hours and just like try to drive players in by doing that. So that's something we're looking at too with that. So the Tech store will have all of those as well as services that'll come forward. So it'll be a fun part will be art that we're going to start offering. So one of them will be from Scarlet, and then I have a few other artists that I want to talk to and see if they want a way to put out their work using the legacy platform, and it's our artists that'll be verified here in community. They'll be able to put it up on there, have the money come through, and we'll give you guys your proceeds that'll come through there with receipts and everything showing to it so that you know exactly what came through. It's to just be another way to give thanks back to the community, showcase off your guys' art, and draw attention into legacy even further. So yeah, that's the Tebex page and kind of how it's planned out so far, and the server support. Big things would be giving bumps in the channels, in the bump Discord channel that puts us to the top of a Discord page for all the Red M and Roleplay servers. So imagine how many Discords have that and how often that's going. So when you can get that cooldown and we boost it, we're up there for a couple minutes, but it gets us showcased at least. So that's a big thing I would look at there. While I load into the test server real quick, I'm going to touch base on a few things as I'm loading in. So we have a new inventory coming. It's basically the same inventory we're running right now, except you're going to have filters and categories to the items to better manage your inventory. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get in here. The needs update is coming out very soon. It has addiction, stress, and dirtiness to it, which will be a full different parts, like all that'll come out that will explain how each of them work. Basically, addiction for all the drugs, dirtiness, you'll actually have to clean yourself or you can get sick. Stress, you'll be able to go take drugs to get rid of it, go hang out in saloons, different things like that. There's a new stable that is coming out with new. Did you update the inventory back? Not the one that's like just slightly been relined, but the one that we had and that you saw last there. New stables will have different saddlebag sizes for different horses. Yes, so you'll have different inventory depending on the horse. So, you know, horses that should be able to carry more will now be able to carry more versus the ones that are just like race horses and should be fast. You know, you won't carry as much on them. We have, yes, filters will also apply to your secondary inventory, such as saddlebags, businesses, etc., etc. So don't worry about that. Let me
Oh,
move
no.
this up to here for you guys. So,
Is there a problem, Rick?
Oh, I'm unmuted. I pulled a mustache hair and out, and I'm losing hair already. So
Getting old.
heal myself here so I'm not dying. So as you guys can see from the inventory, you have an all, we'll have drugs, we'll have herbs, food and drink, guns, ammo. This is tools, valuables, horse items, animal pieces, documents, material, and my alarm's going off. Sorry. And native is what the hand one is. So this will allow you to completely go through, filter them out, as well as all the buttons for your clothing. And guns will now have serial numbers, as you'll see, with the beginning number being the same and the last 4 digits is different depending on the gun. So you actually have unique identifiers. Are items going to be weight-based or individual item-based? They will stay item-based at the moment. There is plans in the next, what do you call it? In the next framework, they'll go over to like more of a weight-based kind of system. But even then, I don't really like weight-based, and we might try to keep it on just item limits, due to a lot of people like weight, but it gets fucky really quick. You know, if you want to be realistic, how many pieces of iron, chunks of actual iron, could you carry at a time? You know, if you had one full moonshine still in your inventory, how many other items can you walk around with at a time? someone can carry 65 iron bars or 65 pieces of meat. Yeah, see, like there's different things like that. And that's why we just kind of, most things are 25 across the board. Some bigger things are like 10. Boxes are 5 because you know how many big boxes can you carry at a time. So yeah, as Billy said, if it's a big change, we'll always bring it up. Yeah, and like going through and figuring out weight limits, it gets all fucky. There's a lot to weight than just, hey, now everything has its own weight. It stacks up very quick, trust me. So the next thing that we'll show you here, actually, you can kind of already see. I have a talking UI now, but let me show you all the different. So now you'll be able to edit needs and actually move around your circles to wherever you want on your screen. And then your icons will save there and load every single time.
wait, how long have we been working on this? I did not know this. Sorry.
Yeah, this was an update that was added in. So you'll be able to actually change these. You know, some people like a bar on the bottom, some like around the circle. Maybe you want to do them up in the right, maybe you want to do them down the side. Whatever, it's all up to you. It also only shows the ones that are actually being used at the time. So keep that in mind. You're not going to see all these random ones. But if you don't clean for a while, you have, if you're getting into fist fights, you'll start to gain stress and then you're going to have to end up going and using drugs or drinking or hanging out in saloons to lower it. You have addiction, which there'll be items that will counter addiction, and they'll be being able to just, if you stay clean for a certain amount of days, and if you are at a hospital, like our actual hospital we have down there. I'm just trying to see what type of, if you guys are putting anything. Put Nate's water, food in the middle. Yo, facts though. Right in the middle of my screen. I'll never die again. So yeah, that'll be that part there for the new needs. With a bunch of kind of stuff coming into it, you'll have item descriptions. They'll be interacting with I can have matches need to be used in order to actually light your cigarette. There'll be tons of different things like that we can actually look into, and that we'll end up talking with you all about. It's stables. There we go. The next would be our new stable. So I'll show you this. Ignore the call horse and return horse, because those would be if you could only call a horse at a stable, but we don't do that. We could look at things with like homes and camps too. It becomes harder then because you have to be able to tell if you have the house or not. But there's ways to look at that, especially when we start switching over to more and more open source houses.
Nice name.
Yep, as you can see, me and Charlie were having a test of horses, and I named my horse Butts. You'll now be able to rename your horse and sell it back. Rotate your horse while in stable. We can change the camera angles and everything, so you will be zoomed in a bit more when this happens. You'll have all these different horses to go through now, as well as a bunch of special horses that we are going to be bringing into the game as mixed into the different classes, some as imports, some not. It all kind of depends where they vary out once we're done looking at them. And your tack shop with all your different tack that you can put on and see your tack price add up now as you go. When you have your horse, we're getting rid of the name above it. Don't worry about that. But you'll be able to look into your inventory and have all your filters. You can open up your inventory next to your horse without any problems. You only have access to your inventory if you have saddlebags on your horse. I love that they can hold 200 items. They won't stay up at 200 for all of them. That'll change. You have to look at if wagons have X amount, how much is a horse gonna have? Tack price. Wagons already have storage space. 100% wagons already have storage space. Already at this moment. If you go into the stable and you go to buy a wagon, you'll see a little weight icon with a number underneath of it. That's how much storage every wagon has. Something that you may not know. Ask around in horse trainer. They'll tell you more and give you the best opinions on all that. Horse tack will vary depending on the piece of tack too. A full saddle will cost less than putting on a small thing. So that's a big update coming for the new horses, as well as your horse will actually get trained based off of how far it goes. We're going to be able to train courage, agility, speed, acceleration, health, stamina. Yeah, there's going to be a lot that can actually be trained out with your horse now, and I've already started talking with the horse trainers about doing different things like being acclimated to certain climates, or will all horses be set statistically to eventually cap out regardless of breed? Yes, so all horses have every breed of horse has a different stat of like max stat regardless. You can't get past that. But we can bypass that. So there is ways that we'll be able to actually make, that Mustang has the same stats as that Foxtrotter now. Which will come into play when we start doing things like breeding, which breeding has already started being worked on. This also fixed training that we were losing as well. Yes, any training that was being lost will be fixed. So for horse trainers, eventually, yes, every horse. Maybe not full. They will be different depending. Some may be able to get full that weren't full before. It's been thought about like capping them all out and making it so that horses could just be chosen based off of like which horse you like. That would be where every horse could now have the potential to become max. It would just depend about how much training and breeding has to be done. You would train your horse to the best, breed that horse off with another one of your best horses, train that horse to the best.
Wyatt, no.
Can I put no? I just saw what you were saying no to. No. So yeah, like if you were to get your best horse, train it, breed it off, train it, breed it off, train it, you could eventually get to, the best horse regardless of stats. Yes, how much money, work, and time are both you and the trainers willing to put it in? Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Moving off from the stables, we talked about inventory needs, stables, posses. Posses is a big thing that's going to kind of come into play for a lot of what's starting up. So, and what's already in. So, I custom wrote a posse script that will allow you guys to create a posse with the name of your choice.
I'm not a posse, but I eat it. Sorry.
Once you have it, you'll be able to view
Well done.
your members in the posse at the same time. This shows everybody who's in it currently will look at doing things
Can you
like...
just change the name Posse to Gang, please? Because I cannot unhear
Yeah,
what I just heard.
it might just be. Oh, hey, look at that! You guys found the RPG bot. We'll talk about that afterwards. Huh? Don't get me distracted. Don't get me distracted. A 75 horse can get full stats. Do you want? Yeah, maybe. Okay, so posses, gangs, whatever you want to call them. The way they work is the amount of people in them that are then detected in an area. So we could do, are you mining together? Are you robbing a store together? Are you doing deliveries together? Whatever. The possibilities are endless. Based off the amount of people in the area, you could then get paid out X amount based off of this. So you'll be able to start doing things as groups, which is what we want to encourage. We want you to encourage going and doing things together. Gold Pan and Gang. It doesn't show the location. No, so it will not be like actual RDO. You have a real life update of where the person is and all that. That's why I did not do that. It is only for, okay, this is my gang group now. It doesn't like I have one made for the law. All the law will be added into it, and we can go. If you're out on patrol together and you're patrolling in a gang, quote unquote gang, you get an extra $2 on your paycheck. We can do, I'm adding AI crime for them, so they'll be able to go interact with NPCs and bust NPCs when there's not as much player stuff going on. So then they'll be able to go and do that together, and if they're doing it together, now all of a sudden, boom, they're able to get a little bit of an extra reward. Like it'll work into so many things. I want you to start just kind of picturing where it can go. Is it like camps where you can only be in one at a time? Currently, yes, because it is registered to an ID. I might look at ways to change that because I'd like to have one from my ranch, one from my law that I want to go out with, one for whatever, and have them all separated. So I would like to look into that, but I've just wrote out the script and published it a little bit ago, so it's still fully up in the air is what could happen. Do. Back down to the dots here. Kind of a few other cool things that we're working on. I'll base this off of what's in announcements, as that was kind of our big dev list that's been going through in a bit. So we have a new train script coming that will involve train robberies and being able to blow up the Bacchus Bridge. We have go up a little bit further. Already, we have a new tailor update coming. So if there's anybody who's interested in being tailors and making clothing, you'll now be able to make clothing and jewelry as actual items. And hey, Dino, if you want to start your jewelry shop back up, you'd be able to then have that as an item, use that item, wear it. Think of, being able to have a stash of clothes you could carry around on you to change into, whatever. NPC house robberies will be coming, so there'll be a way to rob certain houses that you'll go into an instance interior, and if you've ever robbed a house in 5M with their house robberies, it's kind of the same concept. A backpack slash satchel slash suitcase, whatever you want to call it. There'll be an extra carrying so that you have more storage that you'll be able to buy and have to wear it. You will physically be wearing the item in order to have the items in it. And if there's items in it, we're going to look to make it so that you can't just take that bag and take it off and now have a bag with like 50 items in it that you're not wearing. It just, no, if there's items in it, you have to wear it type thing. And that's most of the stuff on that so far, and the things I could think of. With the new horse training that's coming in, what would that mean for the horses that are already trained? Nothing, it only applies to horses in the middle training entry. So, any horse that has already been trained will stay. And the reason I say that, and I might sound kind of about that, is as Rick said, it should all call from the same database column. I believe, because the whole thing with BCC is we're trying to make it easy to just hop over to everything. That's the whole BCC feather aspect, is easy cross conversion. The problem to it will be if it doesn't automatically, we will go in and go through and make sure that it gets trained over. Horses in the middle of training won't have their XP reset. No, they should not. It should be. Hell, I can tell you right now if I look at the. Let me just look at the databases and I could probably tell you, couldn't I?
Yeah, I mean, you got it right
Player
there.
horses, XP is saved into an XP column, so it does run off of a separate database table, so it would not be the exact same. We will have to pull over the horses. But it's just an EXP versus XP, so the number will just get put back in. You won't lose any progress because it'll be the exact same number, yada yada, yeah. So we will pull over the horses. You won't have to worry about losing any or XP or anything like that.
Horse cops pulling over horses. I'm so sorry.
Man,
Wow.
what, like,
That
did you?
you know
like,
what?
Pull out
That
a
actually
hair and
brings
like?
me to. No, because you know what? He's on the right page. He's not wrong. Because that brings me to the next part of the dev
Yeah.
showcase, actually.
If you say horses are gonna
Cop
have flashing
horses.
lights, I'm out.
No, so
Where are you
so
sitting?
cops will.
Okay, well, I think we
Lamp
need
on,
those.
lamp off, lamp
How
on,
much?
lamp
How
off.
much do I need to donate for these?
So they wouldn't actually have lights, okay? Don't
That's the
don't see
funniest
what I'm
thing I've
seeing
ever
here
seen.
and be like, horses are gonna have lights. What? No, what this is to showcase to you is
Oh my god, that was so funny.
I swear to God, if I see a horse behind me with lights, I'm shooting it.
Yeah, me too.
we are now working on
The f-
custom colored horses.
I swear we got it looking better than
Yes.
it looks
Okay.
right
So
now.
hold
That looked
on.
like
Bear
Michael
with me.
Jackson halfway through his life. What the
Bear
hell?
with me. Can you hold on a second?
Yeah, let's fix the color, shall we? Let's do that.
Spawns off to my side. Haha. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
So it's a black Overa Mustang, but as you can see, we've changed the head on it. We've changed the tail color on it. This starts to work into, depending on what you change. Bear with me because we're still, we're still completely learning what all of the numbers and everything actually do with it.
This is real early phases.
Yes, very, very early. So, like, see, that automatically just gets rid of textures. We don't want to get rid of textures. We want to still keep textures, but be able to change colors to them. So, as we work through this, we're going to be able to change color of the tail, color of the mane, color of the body. I mean, the best example I can show you would be. I actually just showcased it last night here. Would be the easiest. Sorry, we talked about a lot of stuff. As you see here, this would be a good showcase of pictures. So this was a black Overa Mustang. We turned it completely gray. We turned it completely brown. We changed the tail color. We've changed the head color. We've changed the little part around the mouth. As I've been told, it's called. I'm not going to even try to guess because I was actually going to guess and then I would say it wrong and then Charlie's going to yell at me and correct me. Yeah, I literally muzzle. That's what it was. Yeah, I literally just figured out colors last night. So very, very kind of in the opening phases. This also means I'm gonna try and breed a horse with clown make of him. So yeah, basically that'll be kind of a thing we can start looking into. Yeah, there'll be realistic colors. We're not gonna, you won't be riding around on a bright pink horse. It's just not gonna happen.
No rainbow horses.
Yeah, but we're looking at, people are going to be able to take the other horses that are out there already and make more basic colors of them that we can actually use.
So, quick question: if I was to change, if I change the color of my horse when that transition or whatever takes place, does my horse come back with like bright pink eyebrows? I'm just asking.
We started messing with it last night. We can set your eyelashes to different colors on the horse.
Funny.
So as we got them last night,
Here? Why am I here?
we got them last night. They were bright green. So
Oh my god, Tom's
That's
horse is
true.
gonna be so messed.
so yeah, that'll be kind of coloring of horses, which is, it just brought it up from the police horse thing, which made me go, guess what? So yeah, that'll be that part. That, for the most part, is the dev stuff that I can think of. Just trying to think real quick here. It's the dev stuff mostly there. Most of the cool stuff I can think of that we're going through right now. There's tons and tons of plans for things. We just went and got this whole fancy UI that allows us to do fancy player menu UI. So we might look to have a new selection for your players. There's usable legendary animal maps. So this actually shows you live on the map where all the animal locations would be. We have map icons. This allows us to write out all of the default things that are on your map in Red Dead. We have things like, the wanted UI, death screens, card games. We're going to be able to look into making our own poker and blackjack better. We have bounty posters to update your in-game bounty posters live with actual player information. But as you'll see from this is the the example of the map info. We're going to be able to add all this type of stuff and the little drawings and all of that to your map now. There's so much UI stuff in here that we got to work with. There's tons of scripts going on that we're going to be able to go and get and buy and start looking at. We have a gun maintenance script coming in with maintaining, cleaning, jamming to your guns. So you have to actually look after your gun. There's a lot that is planned to come kind of with everything and with the support that y'all have been giving us lately. From the new players joining to the map is going to be added, could in theory legendary pheromone. Yeah, so this would be something we'd look at. Actually, is we've already talked about bait. So we have traps, but we've wanted to do like bait where you could put bait down and draw animals to an area. That's always something I've thought about. So it could be possible, you know, you get the map, you got to go use it in the right place, all that type of stuff. But yeah, between the support of y'all coming in, having your friends come around, playing, seeing the different things go through, the financial support that y'all have given out, it's keeping us going. It's helping out with everything. The legendary animal hunts too are going. Oh, so we have them in RP. I was gonna say they're already there, and then there's even plans to add them, like being able to do them as a group. Because right now, like you could go out with me and do them, and we can do like I accept it, you go with me and we go do it. But we want to be able to actually group hunt. So that'll be the next part to that. Yeah, a lot planned. And actually, we're gonna be doing our first giveaway. Woo woo. Thanks to the support that y'all have been given. So I'm going to do it right now, live in front of you, naked. We are going to.
Well, in a minute we're gonna.
I can still technically do it in here because this is where I was doing it earlier. We can create a little giveaway here. So this is going to go for. You know what? We're going to do 7 days. For one winner. And it's a Discord Nitro Plus subscription for 1 month. Okay, so it's been made. I'm going to remake it in the general chat because I have to give it perms into a channel that y'all are going to be able to actually see, so you can add to it. But I just wanted to make sure that it would actually make, because I just added the bot before the meeting. But it's going to be our first giveaway, so we're going to allow all you guys to enter in. It's going to be, you hit it, it'll automatically pull. One person's going to get Discord Nitro for December. We'll buy it out on the 1st with the community funds as a show of support back to you guys. And it will be the first one. We want to do more giveaways. We want to be able, if there's cheap little games that we can go and get as part of things, we're going to go and get those and do little $5, $10. Yeah, I know a bunch of us have Jackbox party packs. Tom has a bunch. Wyatt has a bunch.
I got a couple.
Rick has a couple. Yeah, there's between all of us we have them. We normally do. We'll get everybody in. We'll do like a community game night. Yeah, we have Gardic phone too. Like we'll all get in to do that. Yeah, Among Us, like community game nights. We'll plan one out now that we have a bunch of you all coming in. We'll plan one out. Because like we haven't done one in a little bit, but I think it'll be really fun. We do like golf with friends, Among Us, like a Gardic phone, Jackbox party, Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
All
the good stuff.
Yeah, so we'll do some of that. But we're going to actually before it goes to you all. Staff, do you have anything else? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Spirit journeys before.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Scarlett wanted me to. Yeah, Scarlett wanted me to touch on that.
Yeah.
So spirit journeys are going on. A lot of you have, well, some of you have already gone out and experienced them. Some of you haven't yet. It's a fun little time to go and do. Scarlett's done hours of research into giving you a memorable experience as one. And you actually get to physically, as Otis found out and blew his mind, you physically turn into the animal and get to go run around in your own little world by yourself. We have group spirit journeys coming in, so you'll be able to actually go out as a group of people and go have fun too. I want to be in the normal world, let people hunt me. So it was thought about, but like we didn't want.
No,
You
I'm just
know,
gonna say no to that for the specific reason that Victoria is a raccoon.
yeah,
She killed a fucking moose
yeah.
as a raccoon. I don't think they will be hunting you. It will be her hunting everybody. Like,
Yeah, and like Otis was a deer, like so like it makes sense on like people's animals. Like it could be a really cool thing, but we just also, how do you explain that bear that just came into town? So there was just a few, but we might look at it. You never know. Might have a little fun with it. We're always open to some suggestions. But yeah, so basically, if anybody's up for those and wants to have a little bit of fun, it's a fun time. Go see Scarlett on Chinoa. When she's her little native shaman running around, she will get you to probably go do a legendary hunt for her and bring her trinkets. But she will put together a really fun time.
I will also too state for anybody who he already kind of touched onto it. I have done a lot of research into this. These are genuine spirit journeys. I have actually found true prayers, and I've reworded them, of course, to not make it that it's identical to be disrespectful or anything like that. But this is like genuine spirit journeys of her tribe and what she is based off of. So yeah, just get in touch with me. I'd love to do them.
I want to add, like, legitimately, the spirit journeys that she does are so good. The research that she put into these things is just next level, and it's really, really, I guess powerful, honestly. She really does. She does her research. It's not just a, hey, here's some peyote, go trip. Like, it's awesome. So if you get the chance, go for it, because it's an amazing RP thing to get to experience.
Cool. And then before I turn it over, the one last thing I have is keep in mind we have our next weekend. We're doing the RP event we set out, the first annual Amberino Thanksgiving. So it'll be everybody's welcome. There's no turn away of anybody. We want everybody to come down to the big event house mansion in Saint Denis. We're gonna have a table set up and lights, and we'll have food and drink and all of it. Yeah, so it'll be on the 25th. That'll be the Saturday. And it'll just basically, we're looking to. Okay, well, if Clyde shows up, there might be a little bit of shooting, but we want everybody to come down. Have some food, meet some people. If you haven't met a bunch of the characters in RP, it's a nice way to do it. Clyde has rights. So come down, meet people, business connections, other criminals that are out there, other civilians that are out there. Just have a good time, hang around. We're gonna play some different things. We'll have some instruments going. We're gonna do like a horseshoe toss. We're gonna have probably an in-game giveaway of like a raffle. We'll probably do some money and maybe a gun or a horse 50-50 or something like that. We'll find out what we're gonna do. There'll be a little reason to it. I'm just seeing all of you try to justify kidnapping children in the chat, and I don't know.
You beat my face in. Okay. Kind of dick.
Cool. Besides all that, I'll turn it over to the staff if there's anything else, and then we'll go to the community.
Okay, I have two things. Hello, I'm Billy. I'm the horse trainer in Gun Red. So
Horses, voice crack.
Hi, Billy.
hello. So I just have two reminders for you guys. One, change your Discord name to your character name. It helps us a lot processing things and helping people out. If you're the same name as you are in the server, helps us find you a lot easier. And also, have unique Steam names as well. Stuff like random person, or it's just something that's a lot more identifiable than mostly just stranger, because you look at stranger and all the locals are strangers. So just make sure you have a unique Steam identifier or name so we can help you out easier in tickets.
Yeah, so I will let you know. You don't have to worry about it causing any meta in game because it doesn't show your name. It just gives you a player ID if you're a player.
Yep, we don't have
If
that
you're-
thing.
Yeah, if you're a local, it'll tell you stranger. If not, we get a player ID. So that's what we only ask, like, to change your Steam name, so that, like, yeah, when we go to pull up the admin menu, we don't just see stranger in our admin menu and go, huh? We have like an actual name to work
I
off.
think it's actually super funny because we've always used stranger
Yes,
as
stranger
an
is
example,
the
and now
example.
we actually have it. We actually have a stranger.
Yeah. It was just one of those like perfect moments. But yeah, like and same with like character names, and I'll touch on it at the same time. Keep your character names like accurate. Don't try to RP that you are, you're the famous gunslinger.
I'm Billy the Kid.
Yeah, I just drew a blank trying to think of a famous gunslinger.
This also too goes for natives, even with their other names.
Yes.
Because some natives have double names. We have already seen it. It's not allowed.
Yeah, same with like, you can't go and try to RP that you are the native warrior from the middle of the an actual like
Chief Sitting
physical
Bull.
from
He was
history.
Bull.
Yeah, you can't be from history is what I'm trying to say. Is yeah.
Also, similarly, no joke names. You can't be Bend Over or
Yes.
what the- come
McCracken.
on.
Yeah,
Yes.
ask Tom.
Yeah,
or
that's
fucking
all.
Tom.
That's all in the
Hyman,
rule. Yes.
Or yeah, Dixon Butts. That
Come
kind
on.
of stuff.
We
Buster.
want actual.
Buster was memorable. Come on.
Yeah, no, not you
And
can't be Buster
Buster was
Hyman.
memorable,
Fucking
but
god damn it.
that's why Buster's name had to get changed, is because exactly that. So
Damn it, Finn.
what? What is Finn? I'm John Wilkes Booth. God damn it, Finn. But yeah, basically that would be the whole thing on names.
Also, no names from like TVs. You can't be Jax Teller or
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of Yellowstone, any of that stuff. Like, try to keep it. Although technically, you can go sort of halfway in that direction, but make it different enough to where you're not actually like. I had Johnny McTavish, which was a play on John McTavish soap from Call of Duty, but it was spelled different, and everything else about that character was different. But
Yeah.
no.
If you ever have questions, bring it up to the staff. We'll clarify.
Yeah, but if you think that it crosses the line, bring it up to us. We'll clarify it for you easily.
Yeah.
Except for Tom. Don't ask Tom.
Yeah, Tom's just gonna make sure you use a fucking innuendo.
Fair. Okay. Anything else we have? I know Rick had some.
I'll go after Rick.
Yeah. So might sound different. Well, no. Basically, just wanted to say you guys are doing great. And I wanted to give one little hint for RP. There's probably a lot more hidden than you think there. So exploring and looking is something really important because you never know what you'll find.
It's true. I know, everybody wants to get out an RP, but sometimes if you want to take that step and find some stuff, it's like Rick said, you will spend hours searching and trying to find stuff, but it will pay off at the end of it sometimes. Or sometimes you might just be, one step closer to what you actually got to get. And a big thing I will always point out to people: don't think that because the staff team, is the staff team, they automatically know everything.
Because I
put
100%
everything
do
in,
not.
and I don't know where anything is by this
Hey,
point.
From that notion.
Ben, shut the fuck up, all right? You shut your mouth, okay? I love you.
Yeah, Scarlet be a perfect example. 149 cards. She went out and found them all. Go look around and everything. But yeah, Nate don't know nothing, and the amount of chords I put down and things I do, you ain't gonna ever have to worry about. The staff team knows too much.
I know fucking nothing.
There's members in the staff team who, if you were to ask them, "Hey, how do you do something criminal?"
Oh,
No clue.
I have no
No.
fucking clue.
Hey, listen. Just we don't have to
So
call me out.
am I really the only one that kind of knows most? Well, I don't even know everything, but I know most.
I was say, I think it'd be you, and then
You have
me, and
the
then
most set criminal character.
yeah, because it'd be
That's
you,
true.
then me, then probably Wyatt, and then probably Scarlet, because
That's fair, because I've been playing mine for years.
Yeah.
Okay. Stranger did bring up actually something.
yes, I was about to touch on that.
So typically you should not be, whenever you are playing a pregnant female, at that in that moment in time, you should not be permeating your character. Because at least, and this is in my opinion, Nate may completely come around and tell me I'm completely wrong onto this. You should not be thinking about that kind of stuff. It would, in at least my opinion, count as pregnancy loss because you are losing 2 lives in one time.
Yes, no, I'll tell
It's
you right
not
now.
okay.
If you are a pregnant character, and then you
Exactly.
yes. So that's the other thing. You can't do things that put your character in fear of life. So you, as a pregnant character, shouldn't be out jumping off of cliffs, bounty hunting, being a cop in the line of duty, different things like that. You will be worked with to be able to do different things. You can't be a doctor, maybe going out and accepting calls all the time.
About to say,
What if
I'm
your character
actually
gets kidnapped and you wouldn't consent to it? No, so if your character got kidnapped and they tried to kill you and everything, and you wanted to perma, in that case, okay, if you wanted to perma and you are a pregnant character and you get kidnapped, and it's at that point where it's okay, so this is all yada yada, and now you're oh, I have to kill my character. Yeah, only the player can decide. So you yourself have to decide, I am permanting my character. If that is the choice and you decide, okay, I'm killing my character and I'm pregnant, you cannot kill your character unless that kid is birthed and then you die.
You could even RP it horribly enough that you die.
You could
during
die.
childbirth.
Sure, you want to die on the childbirth after, okay, and have that as complications.
Yeah.
Okay, technically.
I've had 2 characters so far who have had children. Technically,
but,
out of all
yeah.
of my characters, I have 3. I've had to go through this kind of stuff. So if any of you guys are maybe confused or wanting kind of some help with that kind of stuff, ask me away. I am good with it.
Yeah, she's helped out with a bunch of them. And then so keep that in mind. The whole point to that is we don't want to be putting people in situations where you're having traumatic roleplay. Do we open tickets when we want to, or when we start permaing? I see. If you'd like to plan that type of stuff out, find out what's available to you, you can. There's things like wills and stuff that you can get set up with the judge. And if the judge isn't around, come talk with the marshal. He'll send off a letter and see if she's around. And if she's not around, the marshal will help you figure it out.
Could a paralegal help with wills?
Paralegal can do out paperwork and stuff on those, yeah. But then it would
Okay.
still have to get filed like by someone
Yeah.
higher up. We really leave RP up to people with like pregnancies and aging up. Yeah. There's gonna be around more. Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah. Loretta will be around to do more of the paperwork stuff. Time in game is a very weird and fucky thing. So um, obviously multiple days pass in one day in game. But when we are talking to people, we say, hey, we'll see you tomorrow, and we log off and we come back. Or if it's a week in game, that's not a month that has actually passed, because if that's the case, multiple of us have aged up by 10 years since we've been here, and so time doesn't really work like that. It's the same reason why we got rid of calling months when you go to jail, and we replaced it with marks. Is because the time doesn't play that way. So basically, just live your life day to day in game and don't really think about the time too much, is the best way to put it. That's literally the easiest way to put it.
I'm gonna jump in here just real quick because Hudson's getting a little cranky, so I'm just gonna throw this out real quick so I can bolt out of here. Everybody, my name's Tom. I'm the guy that owns the bank. You guys need to get started. You need a loan. You want to start your business. Yada 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 yada. You can hit Tom up, mailbox number 29, if you want to mail him. It's on the bank in Blackwater. Reasonable payback rates, reasonable time frames. Don't pay your bill. Tom just comes knocking on your door. It's never a friendly visit. Ask some people. There's also a savings account. You guys can ask around. Lots of people have them. There's lots of loans out. It's a good way to get started if you need to get started. Um, yeah, Tom carries quite a bit of cash on him at all times, but he also carries a really big rifle. At the end of the day, guys, if you guys need to get started or you're having problems financially to get your character up and running, by all means, come see Tom down at Horton Savings and Loan. We're more than happy to guide you through the process of getting you on your feet. Having said that, I want to welcome everybody to the server. It's great to see the population growing again. I myself have been absent for quite a while. I will be back periodically. However, if you cannot find me in game, please feel free to send me a message on Discord. I'm always available 24/7 from there, and I can always get your loan one way or another. So, anybody needs anything, come see Tom at Horton Savings and Loans. We can help you guys out. If not, go see Victoria. She's got loads of cash to give you. At the end of the day, vote Tom for mayor.
No.
I knew it was coming.
Okay, hopping back over to chat.
Right in the eye.
Characters that are under 18, so that was with our latest announcement that just went out. I'll touch base on that real quick. We did have multiple kids who were in the server. They had rules that applied to them, acting appropriate to their age, and there were certain guidelines around kid characters, and they actually, the people who played the kid characters were very good at giving very good story with the kid characters. We didn't have the problem of problem kids normally. They caused kids rebelling was it, but there was never really big things. Well, and so yeah, so like this is the thing. So our server is completely 18 plus. The Discord is 16 in the Discord. 18 plus in game. Now, anybody who played a kid character, they were also known by the staff to be playing that kid character, and we knew they were playing them properly. With the CFX's latest change, they can't be under 18 kids in the game and have things happen to them, which is kind of weird because there's kids in Red Dead already as a whole. But regardless of that, we've gone through with everybody who plays kid characters, which there's only 3 of them. and it basically creates stories that are going to be worked out with them on how they're going to age up their characters and how they're going to do different things. So some of them, birthdays were found out differently. Paperwork was found by some. Players are.
Yeah, to clarify, we're talking about like purely like characters that are under 18. So like Tips is a great example. Tips was 16. We had Ellie, who I believe was 15 or 16. We had Fitzy, who I think was
Fitzy was like 16
yeah.
before
So-
he left,
but of course all the people who play these characters are over 18. This is strictly just RP characters. Nobody in server is under 18. Or nobody playing a character in server is under 18. Everybody who is playing in the server is 18 or older.
But yeah, so it's just things will change a little bit. The stories don't really change or anything. They're just we're gonna work with them to have ways that they've aged up a little bit. Some of them will still be rebellious 18-year-olds running around doing whatever the hell they want. Some are going to be able to continue doing as they wish to do, and they're closer to being able to do what they want. So there's just changes that have happened here and there. So yeah, that's just part of that. Anything else, staff-wise, before we turn it over to the community?
Actually, I do have to step away just for a minute because Rhea has decided she wants to try to go outside now. So if I miss anything, let me know.
Cool. No, I think we're good. Awesome. So then we're going to go to the community. If you guys have any comments, questions, suggestions, concerns, things you're interested about, you can throw them in chat and we can go over them there. You can raise your hand if you want to come up and give us a brief, what's up and what's going on. I know we got a stranger there, so we'll start with stranger, and then if there's anybody else. There you are.
All right, what's up, everybody? Nice to be on the stage. I just wanted to extend a huge thank you to administration for having my big group of like 8 miscreants join the server. I did also want to let you guys know that if there's anything I can do as like the leader of this group on an out of character level to help facilitate anything, just feel free to shoot me any DMs so that we can all stay on the same page. I know that you guys have been really good about like keeping tickets open and stuff like that. We have been really looking forward to sending in character letters and getting in touch with everybody that's involved so far. I think we've done a pretty good job at trying to establish some relationships in game and out of character. Also, just an extension, if you guys ever need, I do have like some graphic design and website building stuff under my belt as well. So if we ever want to take like the stuff in Google Docs and format it into a website, I'm more than happy to help facilitate that. That's all I really had to say, though.
Cool.
Yeah, kick ass. Thank you, stranger.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely keep it in mind. I know we've been talking about a few different things graphic-wise lately, so that'll definitely be something there. And keeping the connection open between the two groups will definitely be a thing. I know the staff has some different plans that I know we've already kind of dropped to you a little bit, but there's some things that we wish to see of your guys' group be able to pull off and pick up the torch from, so to speak. So there'll definitely be communication kept open there for that. Otis, what we got for you?
Hey, I was just gonna build on. Reminded me when Stranger was talking about doing some of the graphics and stuff. That I was gonna volunteer if I think it's Charlie that does the icon art. If you ever need help doing that, I am open to helping. I also totally get it if that's your thing and you wanna, keep having control over that. But I figured I would volunteer if you ever needed help doing the icons for any. I know I put in a bunch of new recipes and shit. Like if you need help doing some of that, I would be happy to help. You picky. Yeah, that's okay. I get it. Figured I'd
Honestly,
offer if I'm gonna be throwing a bunch of recipes and that'll need icons at you, I'd offer to help.
what you did last time was perfect. Just give reference photos,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
they can work from there.
I was gonna say, yeah, the
Awesome.
best thing
Yeah.
is anybody who's like, oh, I want to help out with any of the icons and things. The best thing you can do is just send the closest reference photo you can, and Charlie will just take it, get into the same style as all the other photos, make sure we're matching, and go from there. But like as you had it out last time, it made it, you know,
It was
10 times
1,000
easier.
times easier.
Yeah, so much easier.
Alright.
So and that goes for anybody. If there's anything that you're looking to get in added as more food, custom recipes, public recipes, um, whatever it is, anything like that. If there's anything, just provide some reference photos that we can go off of. Um, Charlie's just, we want to keep all the photos in the same kind of consistency, same style, same area, but and anything you guys can provide to them makes it 10 times easier.
But yeah, so Stranger, I wanted to point you out for this one too, specifically because your group's one of your group is getting into the Bastille that they can totally do with custom recipes.
So yeah, that's a big thing. If anybody doesn't know, um, public recipes and custom recipes are a big thing that we do out here. If you have anything that's a suggestion that you would like to see as a recipe, bring it forward. The ones that Otis has just brought out for the whole public will be all the saloons will be able to make rum. Then you'll have for everyone peppermint candies, hot chocolate, eggnog, cheesy pasta, fried chicken sandwich, jam, peanut butter, PB&J sandwiches, and baked apples. Those are all coming up real soon here. We'll have placeholder icons for them as the new ones come in to replace. That will go for anything. If you want recipes for the public, give them out. If they are for a business specifically, have your business name in it or your name in it, and we will work to get what do you call it? Work to get recipes figured out for you. We'll set different metabolism rates to them, how many uses they can have, all that type of stuff. We'll work with you and we'll get it all figured out. But we're very big on custom recipes for anything. Sea Star weapons. You guys in your if we can ever find out how to mod weapons, I'll give you a.
No, do not. I am about to
we'll
ban
write it
sea
into another
stars.
contract. Hey Wyatt, we'll give you a throwing knife that's modded. That's modded to look like a starfish.
Also, I wanna
Native
ask-
recipes
Real
working.
quick, yeah, native recipes for the face paints. Actually, I am able to buy them free. I think it's maybe just a me thing, but I think they're in the general store.
I was gonna say if
I
they're
think they're in
anywhere
Native
right
General.
now, they're in the general store for everybody.
Yeah.
If they're not available to all yet, they'll be coming in to purchase from the shamans. They'll have like a store the shamans can buy it from, and they will be able to actually be craftable. And the shamans will give you the recipes to those. So Chinoa, I would imagine, would give a recipe out.
Oh yeah, especially to Lacan.
They're just face, yeah, they're face paints. It's just keeping it to the natives, keeping it not everybody just running around using them all the time, having them for certain things. But there are tons of native recipes coming from the items to the weapons. I have a few things in work for native, for civilian, for criminal, and then for governments. It's across the thing, like across the board thing. So far, I've noticed canteens are only stocked in the welcome center for Strawberry. Wouldn't it make sense for canteens to also be stocked? So it would, but canteens were actually one of those custom things that were brought in. So when the welcome center was bought, it was actually like that can be the custom item that the welcome center will have. So normally people will buy them and then sell them elsewhere around the. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Otis. You might have a few in Rhodes. I know there's a few in Valentine that'll be going up for sale in Blackwater's flea market for like from the government. But there'll be a few things like that. Not currently, but I think I have in the past. I should get more. But yeah, canteens. If you haven't got a canteen, grab a canteen. They're good for emergencies, definitely. Fighting for my life from Cook. Oh, okay, so something. Hey, something I'll tell the new players you may not know, because you just said fighting for my life so I don't lose my canteen. If there are doctors on the server, you have two options. Send an alert to a doctor, or respawn. Alerting the doctor will come pick you up, you get to keep your stuff. You keep all knowledge. If you respawn, you lose the knowledge up to 30 minutes of that event. Now the thing is, if there isn't doctors online, you can use the send help command. If there's not doctors or law, it works both ways. Use the send help command. It alerts an NPC doctor that will come and pick you up and take you to the closest town and charge you. Yes. So,
So it's a lot better to lose $45 than everything in your bank.
Yes. No, because I'd like to look at raising the price for it. I want to keep the option to respawn because there's still the needing to respawn A for things, and B, like, I've been having an internal debate with this whole respawn thing because in one point it makes it where technically none of you ever have to worry about respawning and losing things, so what's the concern of dying? And that kind of is a thing that's racking around my brain. Which is why there's going to be new things to medical where there's bandaging and bleeding, and you'll actually be able to have different wound types and different things like that to kind of play off of that type of things. A lot goes in this brain. Trying to see different things across the side here. Yeah, I don't see anything else in chat. Any more questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, things you're wondering about? Otis, I saw your two suggestions about the things you want boxed, by the way. They are added to the list of things to be made boxable.
Oh, I thought you were gonna mess with them and be like, "We're willfully ignoring them."
Yeah.
You can keep your honeycomb, but fuck your honey.
No, Tips will fight you. Tips will come out of the corner to fight you for her honey boxes, okay?
Yeah, no, I think that's it mostly. If anything else, anything from anybody, just kind of like your time, ask anything that you're kind of just wondering about. Even if you're like, that might be something to find out in character, ask away and we'll let you know if you need to ask in character instead.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I want to make sure that everybody kind of knows what's up.
Hey Nate, where's my dynamite?
Hey Nate, where's my dynamite?
Thank God. Well, Dino is here. I'm
Hey,
surprised he
Wyatt,
hasn't asked about his AK.
Excuse me. Hey, Clyde, where's my $800?
Hey, Clyde, where's my cow?
$800 is up your ass.
Oh,
Hey,
right.
Clyde,
Y'all
I
have a great
literally
night.
poked on mud. I need my medical expenses taken care of.
I'm not a doctor. I can't
Okay.
I can't do anything about medical
Alright.
expenses.
I'm hopping out there. I'm just seeing anything else from anybody here. Okay, it doesn't look like it.
Cool.
I know we all want to get into some RP. Some of us are gonna hop in here and get some connections going, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I got a little plan for what I'm doing here tonight. So,
Hey,
wahaha.
I love you.
I'll climb in your ass for 800. What the fuck did I miss?
Look,
Okay.
Billy stuck to Clyde dry for $200 one time, and then he beat him with his hand.
What? Okay, meeting's over.
False and baseless accusations.
Not really sure how to touch on that one. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you in RP. Keep up being awesome.
Yep.
Thank
you
you all
guys
for
for
the
being
support.
here. We love you to death.
And we'll plan out another one
Absolutely.
here. Probably in December, we're thinking, is what it's going to look like. And it'll depend what the next 2 weeks look like. We'll see what kind of pops out at you guys here. But I'm going to get that giveaway up here. So be ready, okay? That giveaway is going in. I'll ping y'all when it goes live here as well. But get in and grab that possibility for the Discord Nitro, because it is going to be the +1. It gives you all the fucking fun little benefits, 4K streaming, all the unlimited super emoji reactions, all that fun stuff. So we'll give that out to you guys here. And that'll be the first one. Is it the 5 super reactions? Is it only 5? I think it's just 5 on the basic. Yeah, you got
I
me
don't
wondering.
know nothing.
Yeah, it's just unlimited super reactions, HD video streaming, 4K. We'll see here. Whatever it is, I'm not a big Nitro person. Oh, I'm on crack, then don't listen to me. I don't know Nitro at all, but I thought it'd be a nice, cool little thing to give away to y'all for the first one, and then we'll plan out something for the next one. But this will be a nice little kind of start to it all.
Crack doesn't
Yeah.
suck the last 80 years. It's fine.
With that being said, get out of here, get into RP, have some fun, and we'll see y'all around.
Yep, happy RPN.
Yep. Thanks for coming.
Speaking of boots.
Saint Denis is Irish. We'll see about that then.
Also, clip stuff, take screenshots. We're ramping our social media
Yes.
back up. We need
Yep.
pictures, we need videos. We need you, so do that.
Speaking of, I'm gonna get out of here and set up my stream.
Yeah,
Yep,
go
same thing.
stream.
Stranger, I will be in general hangout for you to show the thing.
Oh my god, I forgot. Stream team. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.